first question for these guys. Start with Todd, standing up on the left.
Hey, JT, Nola's been throwing the ball great the last 3 starts. What kind of jumped out at you tonight? Let's start with that, I guess.
I just think he's continued to be consistent at getting ahead of guys. He's done a good job of mixing his pitches, using both fastballs to righties and lefties, using both sides of the plate. He's really just being unpredictable and getting ahead of guys and being able to put them away when he is ahead.
On the change-ups tonight, was that because it was so good, or just
yeah, we liked what we saw from it looked really good in the bullpen, and then the first few he threw in the game, it looked like it was one of his better change-up days. So, they've had some success off him in the past, hitting his curveball in a couple of outings recently. So, we knew the change-up was going to be a big pitch today, and he had it going for us.
Both of you guys speak to the confidence boost it gives you guys when Wheeler's throwing like he is, and then Aaron's throwing like he is.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are our horses. I think our whole starting staff, the way that they've thrown the ball the whole year, they keep us in games, and they give us an opportunity to go out there and score runs and get a win at the end of the day. It's not going to be every day, but the way that these guys are throwing the ball right now, it's been fantastic, and it makes our jobs a lot easier. And hopefully, as we keep going through this, we can make their jobs a little bit easier too with scoring some runs.
We'll go to Paul right here on the right, and then John in the back.
I'd just like to ask both you guys. Obviously, you got a lot of good hitters in your lineup, but at a time of year when pitching is supposed to predominate, are you guys surprised a little bit at what you've been able to do offensively?
I wouldn't necessarily say surprised. No, I think this is kind of the lineup that we envisioned ourselves having all season long, and I just think that we're clicking at the right time right now. We have from top to bottom, everybody seems like they're having good at bats. The focus is there, the intent is there. We're not chasing as much as we did early in the season. We're trying to cut down our swings and just put the ball in play, and then you turn around and we're hitting home runs all over the field, and these guys are doing a ton of damage. So I just think everybody's a little more focused right now and just locked in.
Yeah, the piggyback off that, I mean, this, the way that we're controlling one to zone and, trying to make them come to us, right? They're going to make pitches. It's the pitching's really good at this point of the year, don't get me wrong. But the biggest thing is just try and, when we get our hitters pitch, that we don't want to miss it. That's the biggest thing right now. And I feel like that we're doing a really good job of really locking into that. And like you said, cutting down the swings. And next thing you know, it's kind of it's showing into the, slug.
John?
Yeah, could you have imagined a much better game and better start to this series? And where's your confidence at right now?
I mean, you can't really draw it up any better than the last 2 games have gone for us. We've pitched the ball really well. We've played phenomenal defense. There's been a ton of plays made in the infield and the outfield that weren't easy plays that we've turned them all into outs, and then obviously we've hit the ball well also. But with that being said, this series is a long ways from being over. That's a really good ball club over there that we got to go into their stadium and play now. So we just got to try to keep the momentum on our side, continue to play good baseball, continue to put together good at bats, and attack the strike zone. If we keep playing this brand of baseball, we feel pretty good about our chances, but it's far from over.
Anything else for these guys? Back here on the right, in the middle.
For both of you, Kyle, I know you've answered this probably a million times, but can you tell us why you love hitting in the leadoff spot? And JT, why you love seeing Kyle hit in the leadoff spot?
I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of at-bats there. Don't get me wrong. I've sucked at it. I've had a lot of trial and error, and luckily over the last few seasons, last probably 3 seasons, been pretty consistent in that spot, and it's just more making it your own, right? That you have this conception. I always said that I had one of the best leadoff hitters, in my opinion, in Dexter Fowler, and I got to watch that for a long time when I was in Chicago, and then you get thrown into a leadoff spot when he goes away, and you try to replicate that, and you might not have success because for me, I got an eye, I can walk, the speed's definitely in play. Not really, but taking away that conception of the leadoff spot and just kind of making it my own, and been pretty comfortable with it the last 3 years, and just had a lot of at bats there, and it fits for our lineup.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I like him in
Come on,
leadoff.
tell me.
I don't. Can you walk out before I talk about you? No, just I know. I mean, as a catcher, I know what the opposing pitcher and catcher are thinking about all day long before a game. Even the night before, they're worried about that first at bat. They're worried about the first pitch. Like they have anxiety because I know when we're facing guys like Acuna or Carroll over there, like when they can do damage from the first pitch, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. And Schwarber is the best in the game at making the opposing pitcher feel uncomfortable before the game even starts. There's never a moment where they feel like, oh, we can just ease into this game. They have to be on their top game the first pitch of the game, and that's not fun as a pitcher. And like I said, he's the best in the game at that, and he just sets the tone for our offense. You can see almost a weight getting lifted off of our shoulders when he has a good at bat, and it's not only the home runs. He has really good at bats every time. The first at bat of the game is so important, and he's one of the best in the game at just making the pitcher work. Even when he doesn't hit a home run, he gets a ton of walks. He's just never an easy out, and I mean that's what you're looking for out of your leadoff.
Up here in the front on the left.
Kyle, you starting to see the ball a little bit better in this particular series. You kind of struggled a little bit, but it seemed like you stay calm even in the face of your struggles and all that as well.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's about getting a win. I really don't care. I've always said I will go 0 for 4 if we win the baseball game. I don't care. This isn't about personal stats. This is about trying to find a way to win a baseball game. It doesn't need to be, sexy or anything like that. It could be ugly. I don't care. And I feel like that's the mindset of our whole team right now. It doesn't matter. We're all going to be selfless. We're going to try to pass the baton to the next guy. Try to get guys over the third base when we can. Try to be great situational hitting. That's the story of the postseason. And if we all embrace that like we are right now, good things can happen for us.
We'll finish up with JP towards the back.
Thanks, Kyle. I think 3 years ago at this time, there was a moment where you leave the Cubs, and it's a new, uncertain future in some ways for you to reprove what you can do in this game. And I wonder if you can reflect about that journey and what you've done, all the work you've put in to now be in 3 straight postseasons, and how you've built yourself back to being the player you are right now.
Yeah, obviously, it is what it is. I'll never make an excuse after that season 2020. I mean, I didn't perform at all, and I just knew that wasn't a representation of myself. And I've been lucky to be on great teams with great people around me all the time, and it kind of shapes you into the baseball player you are right now. And that's talking from my time with the Cubs, guys in Washington, guys in Boston, and guys here now. These guys in this clubhouse are A+, and when you get to go out and battle with, this locker room, it fires you up, and it makes you want to, we play for each other. Obviously, we play for the city. We got an amazing fan base, and we want to do this for the city. But when you have a bond like we all have in that clubhouse, it's so tight. And, that's all you're thinking about inside is just trying to do it for these guys. And, that's what we all think about each other. We're all trying to do it for each other and for the city. And, the personal journey is a personal journey. It is what it is. I got let go, sure. But, I just knew it wasn't the player I was. And, the more that you can wrap yourself within a team, the best piece of advice I ever got is, and take away the selfish quote right here of if you want to get paid, win baseball games. And that goes a long way. And that's, what we try to do on an every single day basis is try to win the baseball game in any way that we can.
All right, thanks, guys. We will see you in Phoenix.